The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black MVMe SSD.
Huge gap. He's getting dragged along once again. There's 3 fires from the Jackal, and he's going to claim the left Skull Eggs. He doesn't get another 50 shots in the second. There's the Jackal taking the fall for it. Where he squad. Nothing he could have done. KLM gets a frag. Oh, that is Mr. getting a frag. In fact, that was Caveman who got a frag indeed. I'm gonna have to make this a frag game indeed, but no, the plan is already going down, but he's tagged along. He gets a frag, but there's a frag right back in. The Maestro got very careful. There you go, another frag from Mischief. That's a quad kill. Does he get the ace? He's gonna come in and get the ace as well. That's the play from Mischief once again. KL11 does not stop not while Mischief is on the board.
All alone in a 1v3 that he has to make. He's going to find one. That's the castle on the board. 2 more defenders to go. The Cruz and Reebok are what remain from the side. The defense is going to go for the peak on the Jim. But the Rock was playing around here, and he still is for that matter. Reebok's going to go for the peak, getting second now. As shots are going to be fired, but no, the Doc actually goes down. The meanwhile, it's all down to the yellow in a 1v1. Will the Jackal be able to make this shit happen? He's going to go for the plant to try and extend the timer and or bait. Yakuza, the last man standing, he's going to be closing in, but no, the bait from the Jackal is in, and that's a 1v3 for Asterix. A beautiful play from the man to clutch the round out for his team. He spotted no, but the fuck is he going to do that Kingslayer, and the Hibana has opened up bottom hatch, and there's Hyperdish on the flank from the yellow stairs. I just mentioned how the Valkyrie could be big, and Kingslayer is going to face the wrath of being held down in a standoff that they're not aware they're in, but no, the Orcs is going to win that. Hyperdish gets another one. That's the 3 on the board. It's a 2 versus 5 right now. Shot's got to be careful. He can't use the Rima dash too much. As it there, the Valkyrie's going to get another one. Okay, Lynch, unfortunately, missed a few too many shots right there. As of that, I think he had his... never mind. There goes another one. That's Hyperdishi with the quad in the round, I believe that is.
Yana's going is... Yana's hologram going for the weight of it. What did Kingslayer just pull off? He went for a gun. He claimed 2 lives. Look at that. 2 grapplers on the board along with the diffuser. That's the play from Kingslayer right there. That's the easiest kill possibly, but Kingslayer's here with a triple kill. What is this man even doing? Does he find the port? That's a quad kill he's on, and he'll find that. He's on the chase. Where's Stoneheart? He's gonna find him. He's hungry. He's gonna go for it. Goes for the Walton. He's gonna try and he is from Kingslayer. Connects. Look at this man go haywire on the side of Sandra. Nexus meanwhile, another frag, the aggressive effort. Oh, what a shot from Nexus. He's going to drop the head of 3 kills from the same angle that flicked onto Dark Lord. What was... Alright, you might as well hit this clutch in. 18 seconds left. And there's the 4th kill from the side of Nexus once again. The Echo does not even have the shots. Gets everybody's head popped off from the single angle. But the hands of the Hiban. That means he has to pull up. No matter what, Baker's going to point out. There's so many kills going on. That came up. The only survivor to my end of it all. You got to find 3 bodies and not even in the right position, not even time left. That's a finishing kill from the Winter once again. And that will be the Jaeger taking out the final kill. Mercenaries will be walking away with another round. And you'll find the job is going really well for the Saturday Never Dimes right now. A very textbook, a very great attack in fact for them. A push-up comes in while the plan is going. He's going to get the Nomad, he's going to get the double. That's a really good play from everyone. Gets a double kill, confirms the kill onto the Nomad. Another kill from Majima is going to take it. Oh, what a shot from the shotgun. It's a 1 versus 1. He's not going to find him at first. He will. What a play from Wickens. It's all on the Hurley one. Troubles the hatch, gets a triple kill. Here's the support from the side of the other defender as well.
3 versus 3, but in the post-line situation, not a good look for the side, or not a good situation for Valiance, but the Montaigne gets one, he gets refragged onto, the Jaeger gets a double, that's Army one, will the counter be denied? No, it won't, and with Hasib already down, that means that Archangel can go for the counter defuse, and Valiance with the retake post-plan.
Able to make it out of here or not. Gonna spot Sparkle, get that frag as well. Good shot onto him. Can he find 3 more? Be a question. Eagle being above. That's it. Oh, the head just gets spotted out. He might as well get a tap on him. Oh, he tries to go for the tap, but it's not connect. Nice observation from Nasty over here. He gets that anyway. Look at that shot from him. The Eagle. He gets a triple. What is going on? It's all down to Pete all of a sudden. In a 1 versus 1 that he's got to clutch out. He's got to go for the plan. He knows that, but he's going to hear the drop. Pistol in hand. He's going to get the C1. Oh, no way! Clutch. What a clutch from Nostalgia. The frag fight comes alive.
The board is a 3 versus 3 equalized man count. Sexy Gaze in. Bananas found one that's no of the board. There goes Sniper One Candy. And suddenly, it's all down to Levi the Vigil to find the planter. And he will. Will he be able to get away in time? Looks like he might just. And he goes prone in courtyard to secure himself. And Demos forced the round. The play is in. From the man, the Vigil, Levi with the denial at
but yes, Veneno can find that frag to go as well. Veneno gets another one. Veneno gets one more. Veneno is not stopping, but the plan has gone down. Sniper One Candy. He's going to have to fight it in 1 versus 3. While the counter defuse goes down as well. Veneno's got his gun loaded, and does he convert this into a kill? Yes, he won the quad kill from Veneno. Is what is going to secure the round for Levzio Esports, and look at that. Like I said, it's a frag heavy map. It's the line side just does not get established. A kid comes down. I'm not sure where that was from. That was from sight. Don't know. That's when the drone hole in fact. Veneno gets that frag. Now Sniper One Candy is going to bring out the canisters, and that is going to lose quite a bit. But the push up from Veneno is once again here. That's something good for the man. Does he find a quad kill? He's going to find it. Does he find yes or not? It's a big question. Well, Spartan just playing. Veneno is waiting. He's hungry, but he's going to be found by the Hibana. That's no, actually, Veneno finds that somehow. What? The Hibana took the fall, and it was Veneno winning that. Alright, the ace from Veneno comes in. Jump. He's getting dragged along once again. There's 3 fires from the Jackal, and he's going to claim the left skull legs. He does get another 50 shots in the second. There's the Jackal taking the fall for it. Very spot. Nothing he could have done. Canada gets a frag. Oh, that is Mystery getting a frag. In fact, that was Caveman who got a frag indeed. They're going to have to make this a frag game indeed, but no, the plan is already going down, but he's tagged along. He gets a frag, but there's a frag right back in. The Maestro's got to be very careful. There you go, another frag from Mystery. That's a quad kill. Does he get the ace? He's going to come in and get the ace as well. That's the play from Mischief once again. Gear 11 does not stop, not while Mischief is on the board.
All alone in a 1v3 that he has to make. He's going to find one. That's the castle on the board. Two more defenders to go. The Cruz and Reebok are what remain from the side. The defense is going to go for the peak on the Jim. But the Dark was playing around here, and he still is for that matter. Reebok's going to go for the peak, getting second now. As shots are going to be fired, but no, the Dark actually goes down. The meanwhile, it's all down to the yellow in a 1v1. Will the Jackal be able to make this shit happen? He's going to go for the plant to try and extend the timer and or bait. The Cruiser, the last man standing, he's going to be closing in, but no, the bait from the Jackal is in, and that's a 1v3 for Asterix. A beautiful play from the man.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
All right then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultra Gear in association with AC Fabric, Zotai Gaming, and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusa, and our admin, Mr. Reborn, as we are here for the Day 4 games of Division 3 in Season 4. We're starting a little later than usual with the game of Almost Walkover versus the Peacemakers, and then, of course, we'll be back in the evening with KL11 versus Team Area 69 and Sangfreud versus Instinct Esports. 3 very exciting games on stream for all of our viewers today, as right now, Clubhouse is going to be the venue of the showdown. Walkover will be attacking, Peacemakers are defending. An exciting match coming right on ahead. Wouldn't you agree, Baba?
I mean, yes, Jack. I mean, we did see how Almost Walkovers was playing from the previous matchup. They did had a little bit of problems when going after Team Area 69, but when they go, I believe when they went up against another team called Instinct Esports, they actually did win their matchup. So with that motivation, I hope to see Almost Walkovers performing also damn well. I mean, the same can be said to the Peacemakers. I mean, we've seen them performing also damn well in multiple maps on multiple plays. And in Division 3, it's going to be really exciting. And that too, it is on a map called Clubhouse. So we are going to be prepping it up since all the players are in the lobby. So without further ado, let us begin. It is Almost Walkover versus the Team Peacemaker. The Peacemakers on map Clubhouse, as we will going to start the ban phase.
Absolutely, the ban phase is in, and of course, being Clubhouse, I believe we can expect the Thatcher, Maverick, Kaid trio of bans. Maybe, maybe not. We have had some separate bans on the Montaigne and the Jackal. That was yesterday. We did have a few games on Clubhouse over the course of Season 4, but the Thatcher ban is going to be consistent, as of course, it's Clubhouse. It's, a map that defenders can use a lot of utility on. The Thatcher ban as very standard and very smart, but the Jackal ban is going to be in from the side of Walkover, as they are going to take out the the Hunter, excuse me, and interesting right there, not deciding to play the Jackal, them having the second attacker ban, and the first defender ban is going to be the Kaid. There we go. The Thatcher ban in play means that the Kaid ban will happen, because Walkover, they want to make sure that they can breach those hatches when going to Basement Church and Arsenal, and Kaid is one of the major obstacles in that push, although, getting impact checked wouldn't exactly be the best thing in the world either, so they'll have to counter that, but removing one big obstacle, that's the Kaid ban, that's right there, as Mira will be the final ban of the map, taking out the Spanish defender, and both Spaniards are actually off the map. Once again, it's again fairly standard right here. Clubhouse, Mira, I believe nobody really needs an introduction as to why Mira gets banned so much when it comes to competitive Rainbow Six. She's just that powerful with her one-sided black mirrors. With that being said, let's have a quick look at both of the rosters that we have in the lobby. From the side of Walkover, we've got Spaceman, Jinx, Gypsy, Zujin, and Angrybot. And from the side of the Peacemakers, we've got Iken, Nervy, Saiyan, the Caveman, and Heathen. Second floor CCTV and Cashroom is going to be the site of choice, and we are a go, as Saiyan has the 6th pick out of the Ella, while Angrybot with the 6th pick out of the Ash into the IQ. Come on, Saiyan. There we go. The Maestro is going to be in play. And mind you, Echo can be played as well, but the Maestro is going to be this operator of choice on CCTV.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
Well,
attackers.
Yep. Yeah, please.
A little bit of a confusion right there, but it's fine. Regardless of what's going on out on the players' heads, of course, the main goal for both these teams right now is going to be to get as many rounds of goal as possible. For the side of Peacemakers, it actually matters quite a bit, seeing as they're on defense first and going into attack. They want to make sure that they have at least say, a 4-2 advantage. And being on Clubhouse, they will definitely be able to do that if they play their cards right. But Walkover, in the meanwhile, being on the attack, having that inherent
10 seconds
attacker
remaining.
disadvantage when it comes to a map like Clubhouse, they will need to
5 seconds
they will
to
need
go.
to be on the top of their game, especially against TPM, who have had a fairly
Attackers
good
are
time
moving
when it
out to
comes
locate a bomb and defuse it.
3, so to speak. At the end of the last week, that was week 1 of play, they were on 3rd spot on the leaderboard of the 3rd division, and 2 wins on the board in 2 games. Well played with them. They did have a loss in an offline game, unfortunately, yesterday against
Bomb
the 5
located
Kings
by
of
attackers.
Azrael. So it's a 2-1 for them right now, going onto the leaderboard. Not bad, not a terrible start, as now on day 4, they're going to be looking to make that a 3-1. Will they be able to? Remains to be seen. Gypsy going on to the hard breach onto the garage wall as usual. That's the sled. Zujin making sure the soft wall has been taken care of, but this is either from Nervy. He's going to find anybody. I don't think so. But the Slayers taking care of the soft wall on the CCTV area means that they could go for a Maverick trick very easily. Jinx is going to be approaching the main wall of CC nice and quickly. There's not going to be any emphasis on taking care of the bandit, because the Maverick can just do his job and get it over. Where is he? There he is. As the Valkyrie goes around, he's going to find one. That's the angry bot of the board. Takes a lot of damage, Nervy, but the man has just got a huge kill. The IQ is down. And that means a lot of defender utility that was in danger otherwise is not going to be harmed for the time being. Maverick trying to find where those bandit batteries are. Looks like he's not going to be emphasizing on the half-wall trick. He's going to be trying to take out the bandit batteries so that the thermite, that's Gypsy, can do his job. There we go. He's got one, but Iken is very close. He could go for this trick if he wants to, but there's C4 in play. It's not going to find anything at all, and that is going to be the CC main wall opened up by the Maverick thermite combo. Jinx and Gypsy working very well together to make sure that that works out. And now Jinx outside of the CCTV main wall. Ooh, we almost found the Maestro on catwalk right there. Saiyan, Aspiration's gonna find Ethan while he's pushing up. He's gonna find another one. That's a double kill for the Zofia, bringing the man count in the favor of the attackers. Walkover with a minute remaining. They could very well do this. Saiyan's gonna find Gypsy in the meanwhile, but there's Jinx to refrag onto Saiyan. It is a 3 versus 2 right now. Jinx pushing up the catwalk, has control of the garage area. There's one of the CC window, one towards the stairs. Actually, garage, that is Spaceman, who's rotated away. And now the plan is to go off. A grenade's going to come in any second now, but it's going to be found by the ADS. That is Fusion's grenade. Couldn't come through. Iken pre-firing away towards Catwalk. He knows there's players in that area, but not going to find them just yet. Jinx takes 1 bullet, I think, from the Valkyrie's gun. That's the MPX on the red stairs area. As more grenades are going to be thrown in from the side of the attack. The ADS is burnt out with Maverick. He's going to be found. There we go. Iken with a beautiful play is going to find Jinx. As the sledge has walked in, he's going to get downed as well. That is your bandit playing very well. It's all down to Spaceman. He's going to find one on the red stairs, but he has to find one more. He's got less than 15 seconds remaining. As there is just one defender, but he's not going to see where he is. Peeks the wrong way, and the bandit, that's Iken, with a beautiful 3-set to finish off the round for his team, is going to give them the first round. And what a way to begin for the side of the Peacemakers. It came close, very close indeed, but they're going to be the first ones to get the ball rolling. Round 1 goes to them.
Well, in round 1 itself, we actually did see almost Walkover opening up the walls of CCTV. They were, however, successful, and Spaceman getting those 3 important kills, taking out 3 defenders sided, but kudos to Iken. Iken was the one who eventually took out 3 of the most important operators. I believe 2 of them were pushing in from the CCTV window, in which he actually caught Sledge off guard, and with that, Peacemakers opening up their first win. On their point, we're going to be seeing them defending on basement, church, and Arsenal room. And as I know it, on a map of
Defenders,
Clubhouse,
protect your
basement
bombs from
church
being
is
defused by attackers.
heavily defender sided. So the only thing that they need to do right now is play their cards at the right time. We're going to be seeing Iken making 2 rotation holes. And that too at a quick succession here. I mean, all he does is just use the total of 8 bullets of the deadly SAS shotgun, where he made 2 rotation holes from, I believe, from blue to Arsenal to blue to church, in which is a very high access for the defenders. But if the attackers gain controls on towards the blue room, it's going to be a difficult time for the Peacemakers to deal with that current situation
5
here.
seconds to go.
Defenders, they have Maestro in play.
Attackers'
Those
objective is to
EVI
locate a
cams.
bomb and defuse it.
Not only it's great for getting intel, but also it's actually quite great at denying the plans as well. I mean, just to keep that in mind, that Echo and Valk is not banned just yet, so it would be better for the defenders to pick those important operators indeed. But it's up to their preference. We would we would prefer to see what kind of operators that they would like to pick on to, as we are going to be seeing Cyan playing from the bedroom side. He's just hoping for a sound cues to appear, I believe, from the tunnel, so that he can be able to, you know, open up the window of the stairs to eventually get a proper kill here. Hibana, Gypsy using the Exkyros pellets. I believe those Exkyros pellets won't be able to open up the hatch. Yep, just like I said, it won't be able to open it because it wasn't at the right side. And also that the drone of one of the attackers also has been taken down, so it's going to be very difficult. Cyan, on the other hand, playing at the motorcycle garage. He knows that there is Hibana doing an upside down rappel where he's trying to opening up the kitchen hatch. Icon playing oh so damn close on the tunnels. He still has his help with the deployable shield. That's going to be a lot of difficult for them to deal with. Smoke. Gypsy using those flashbang just to make sure whether if they have the ADS being placed with the Maverick fall off with the nade, and I believe that deployable shield will be opened, in which Smoke has to fall back or still needs to be careful, but still he prefers to contest instead. That's actually, I would say, a ballsy move coming in on the side of Aikin, where he definitely wants to hold the tunnels as much as he can. So Sophia pushing in. Even the toxic canisters coming in on the side of Aiken, and we see on the other hand, Cyan gets a kill on Zuzian, but he's going to get traded off from none other than Gypsy. The tunnel game on the side of the Peacemakers is not working out quite well, because Spaceman will immediately take out Aiken, but still needs to be careful on the Jaeger. Jaeger will be there to take out Zofia. He can be able to just down him, but Angrybot will be there to get the frag, in which Zofia will be alive just for now. The impact nade will immediately take them out, so almost Spaceman has been confirmed. Whoa, that is a blow to the back on the side of almost walkovers, as they have
Bomb located by
3
attackers.
seconds left. They still have the control on the kitchen. The only problem is Heathen has been currently playing on the side of Arsenal, and it has been giving a lot of trouble for him ever since here. They do just keep that in mind, they don't have enough utility, so I'm going to be using one of their free charges, and whoa, look at that, it actually works out on the side of a team almost walkovers, as they will proceed to plant the diffuser here. Mute the only operator remaining. Well, that's no operators remaining on the side of Peacemakers. There's almost walkovers winning a round 2 on the side of Basement Church with great attack, well use of their utilities, and we will be seeing round 3 with both of these teams are equalized, and I believe on round 3 they'll be playing it on Basement Church yet again.
Round 3 in play, and both teams have a round on board. But damn, that round had a couple of disrespectful moments right there. The Maestro, that was Heathen, with the impact grenade finding the Zofia, who was low enough on HP for that to happen, of course. And then the Maestro himself, barely on 5 HP, got claimed by an Ash charge. He sent disrespect the way of Walkover. Walkover sent disrespect his way back. What goes around comes around, as they say.
I mean, it's basically a tit for tat, Jack.
Absolutely. As Spaceman is going to take the 6-pick out of the Zofia into the IQ. Basement Church
Attackers
is going
need
to
to
be the
locate
choice
and
once
defuse
again.
bombs.
As right now they have the Echo in play for Heathen instead of the Maestro, opting for the Yokai Jones and the MP5 suppressed. Over. Yes, over. Okay, I don't know why it froze there. Over the Alda and the Evil Eyes.
Do you want to build a snowman, Jack?
No.
Okay.
I know what you did there, Baba, but I don't think it's quite the climate for building a snowman right now. Anyway, come back to the match at hand. Echo with the OK barbed wires. No impacts from Heathen, as of course Echo has lost his shield. Traded it in for impact grenades as of Operation Steel Wave. One of the less liked changes, shall we say, to operate.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
In this season, of course, Echo with his shield. A lot of people seem to think it made more sense to have him keep his shield. But, of course, he's not nerfing the reroll using his impact grenades on the Legion. On the roam, curiously enough, making a couple of rotates in and out of cash and logistics. Is going to fall back for the time being down the stairs. He needs to stay alive, of course, and he needs to be closer to sight, at least on first floor. Zuzin's on a full roam capacity. He's trying to find somebody on the dirt tunnel area, but will be found, shots are fired, and he's taking a bit of damage right now. There's somebody in the logistics hatch as well. Nervy's got to be careful, as he will be hunted right now from the side of Walkover. The attackers know that there's somebody in the second floor. They know decisively who it is, and there's a drone coming in from the distance that will find his exact position inside the construction. There we go. The drone's going to see it. It's going to get taken out, and Zuzin, he's going to look for the drop into construction for the time being. Nervy, he's got to hold still. He's got to hold his nerves, as we've got the Maverick in the meanwhile going for the hard breach on towards the side of the construction. The construction container, shots being fired from the logistics, the construction single wall, excuse me. As Nervy, this rotate that he made earlier looks like it's going to be the thing that saves him from being shot further, at least for now. He's just rotating around cash, red stairs, and CCTV, throwing down goo mines as he goes to cover his tracks. As Walkover, they're investing some time into finding, but they can't invest too much time. Meanwhile, Maverick has been damaged, and Gibbs is going to get found by Aiken, the man with the smoke and the canisters and the SMG-11. He's going to find one. That's your Hibana of the board. That's a pretty big one right there. And if Walkover don't have the hatches open, they're not getting it open anytime soon, at least not more than one, because Jinx's Maverick has used up some of his blowtorch fuel. This wall here. Oh, actually, he's going to find the head of Icon right there, just over the shield, while he was busy throwing a canister. That's unfortunate for the smoke as he goes down. That makes the man count equalize between both teams, and there goes Spaceman finding Nervy. Was your Legion. He's finally off the board on that flank watch from the IQ. The rappel towards the construction site, but Zuzin's going to get taken off on the hatch. He's at least down for now. The man's going to stay there, as of course the Jaeger who's playing behind the boxes, that is saying he's going to be pushed from Angry about the Ash. But there's an Echo drone on the door frame itself, as will we be seen? Not quite. He's going to get taken out as as well, trying to cover the plant, which is happening. They're going to see from up, but it's not going to happen. Angry Bot is going to stop from the plant as the push is coming in. But Zuzin has found Saiyan. It's a 4-2. The plant is coming off, but there goes the sledge. That's Echo with the kill. He's going to find another one. Heathen, not quite. Angry Bot, he's going to get the plant off despite the Echo drones being in presence, as Caveman is the only one on the bottom floor. And Heathen, he's the man pushing up. Slowly but surely, he needs to find a couple, and he's on the kitchen hatch. He might just be able to do it. He's going to be pre-firing, but no, there's Jinx behind him. Does he know? He doesn't. But the pre-fire, oh, Jinx! That pre-fire almost didn't work out for him. Whiffed up a lot of shots, and that. You hate to see that in the kill cam, but the side of Walkover are not going to be hating to see the round count at the end of that, of course. 2-1 in their favor going into round 4. They win round 3, and again, Basement Church, a spectacular performance from them going into the 4th round. They look to be in form today.
Well, they are in form indeed, Jack. Almost Walkovers with their perfect execution, not only taking out smoke, but also planting the diffuser, even though the presence of yokai was still there. They did had the yokai drones to immediately take them out, but the distraction is exactly what it needed for Team Almost Walkovers to get that win, especially on the side of Basement Church. Round 4 is going to be on CCTV room, as we are going to be seeing a 6-pick where Spaceman is going to 6-pick from Zofia to IQ, in which IQ is quite great when it comes to detecting any gear. IQ is quite great when it comes to getting any utilities, be it whether if it's a Bandit Charges, Valkyrie's Black Eye Scam, Eager's ADS's, Maestro's Evil Eye Cam, and also Mute's Jammers. She can be able to use it right from the stock room itself. She can be able to just use her scanner and look from the top, and she can be able to take out any utilities that has been placed on the side of the Deep Peacemakers. And with that, we're going to be seeing round 4, and it's going to be on CCTV. It's going to be the same thing yet again. I believe Jinx will be helping Gypsy so that he can Jinx will be able to, make a hole from the wall itself to be able to take out the bandit charges being placed, or he can be able to go from, I believe, the blue room, in which they still need to be careful because there is one specific operator who's going to be playing from the stairs. and also the motorcycle garage. So it's almost a little bit risky to go in that specific direction. But
Bomb
if you have a
located by
Maverick
attackers.
and if he can be able to make a holes, they shouldn't be having a lot of problems. But the only problem that they need to be doing is Nervy, who is playing as the Valkyrie. She has great amount of intels being used from outside, as Gypsy going to be using one of his exothermic charges to open up the wall of the motorcycle garage here. IQ opening up, he's just making the angles from the main garage just to make sure that he can gets the perfect control. But we are going to be seeing Valkyrie making a hole from the pool table window already, but still won't be able to find any of the three operators from the attack. But definitely Jaeger is going to see that, and Cyan is going to take out Spaceman, a very important kill indeed, and the utility will be safe for now. Angry Body using his flashbangs from the motorcycle garage. Ooh, that is quite bad because he's going to be flashed 2 times in a row as Maestro Heathen actually gets to see the exact location on where Ash is, and he will eventually get the head off of it. Oh, that was quite unfortunate on the side of Angry Bot, as the utility is... It actually worked quite backwards here. Gypsy is going to be using his second exothermic charges on the CCTV room, as he was inverted, he was repelled upside down. He's going to detonate it any minute now, and with that, the only thing that we are going to be waiting about is the execution in. And look at that, Zujin with the SMG kills, but K-Man on the other hand will immediately trade Zujin with the SMG 11. And with that, Jinx and Gypsy, the only 2 operators on the side of Walkovers, needs to figure out not only to get on the side, but also
Attackers have recovered their
they need to
diffuser.
make a decision on whether they have to go for the plant or to get the kills as best as they can. And judging by the push that's been going in, Gypsy will decide to push from the motorcycle garage, as Jinx will be holding an angle from the CCTV window, providing a great amount of cover. Ikin doesn't see where Thermite's exact location is, but eventually the position on Thermite will be compromised, and there go the pings come in on the side of the two peacemakers. Doesn't see the head of Bandit just yet, goes for the pre-fire, won't be able to find the kills just yet. They still have 25 seconds left.
Attackers
They have to
located
move
bomb.
in anytime they want it, but look at that, Nobi with the kill, taking out Gypsy, and Jinx will be the only operator left, and he needs to get 4 kills
15
in
seconds
15
remaining.
seconds. So it's not going to be that easy, because Ikin on the other hand with a beautiful kill, as he's going to take out Jinx, as the Peacemakers is going to be winning round 4 on CCTV room.
Well then, round 4 goes in favor of the side of the Peacemakers, as it looks like there's a little bit of back and forth in the site, the way the sites have worked, mind you. Because CCTV, 2 out of 2 defensive wins for the side of TPM, while Walkover, they've had 2 wins on the attack on towards the side of Basement Church. So it's going to be interesting to see, now that they have another round win under their belt, how TPM are going to go about defending Basement Church, because they've gone back to that site for round 5. Equalized scoreline means that this game might just go on long, ladies and gentlemen, which would, of course, be a treat for all of us, all of our viewers at home as well. Spaceman, once again, with the 6-pick out of the Zofia into the IQ. Having the Sledge, of course, you know, that's a lot more soft breeze than the Zofia can bring along, even with breach charges, mind you. So the IQ is going to be in play to take out Defender utility while
Defenders,
they're at
protect
it.
your bombs from being
It's
defused by
actually a
attackers.
little curious to see that TPM are not playing the Pulse while going to Basement Church as a site. Now, understandable, the fact that, you know, Pulse doesn't always work out with a C4, and his gun isn't the best, shall we say. But we've seen Pulse plays on Basement Church before. They have absolutely turned the tide towards the side of the defenders on any given situation. Even a Valkyrie, really. Both operators are absolutely amazing when it comes to this particular side of choice. So for the Peacemakers to not be running either of them is a little curious to me. You know, just putting my thoughts out there.
seconds to insertion.
As Nervy, he's going to be on the roam this time with no lesion,
5
as
seconds
that is the
remaining.
only major change between the last time they came here and now that they're coming
Attackers
here.
must locate and
The
defuse the
Caveman's got
bomb.
the mute once again. He's going to be playing that up with the shotgun, the SAS shotgun of the M590, always reliable. One of the most consistent shotguns in Rainbow Six, which is saying something. Meanwhile, Nervy's going to be reinforcing the single construction wall on the second floor. That's quite curious right there. But also a little smart, as there were pre-fires coming in his general direction from that area the last time he was roaming all the way up on second floor. So, just a little bit of preemptive measures as they're setting up for an impact trick inside a site. He then may have the impact grenades necessary for that. as he's, of course, the Echo. In the meanwhile, the Hibana with the upside on the is going to be taking care of the hatch on the kitchen. There we go. That is one set of Skyros. Will she get tricked out? The impact's in, and I think he's got it. Yes, he has. Heathen with the impacts doing a great job. He's going to have to throw another one very soon, and that is Gypsy. The Hibana, first set of Excaris pellets has been taken care of as a grenade comes in from Zujin, but he's not going to find anybody. He's trying to find the impact tracker. It doesn't look like he will be. Heathen, he's going to hear that. He's going to throw in another impact. There we go. He's going to come in. He's going to find it. Yes, it is. All right. Very well done to Heathen. He's got a couple of Excaris pellets under his belt with the impact trick denial. As unfortunate for the side of Walkover, but that's Gypsy's entire set of Excaros expelled. And there we go, Nervy with a beautiful peek. He's going to find Angrybot. And unfortunate for the side of Walkover, but they've lost their Ash. Angrybot goes down, a very influential player for the side of Walkover is off the board. Canisters gonna come in from the smoke any second now. Icon, he's already deployed one on the dirt containers. There is the Maverick who's sitting in this area with a line of sight that he can use for himself. Also rotate, mind you, in and out as Nervy holding on the first floor. The visual ability not allowing the attackers to know exactly where he is. Zujin's drone has just gone by, but Zujin knows, thanks to, of course, the visual ability, that he's close by the main door. Nervy still holding this angle. He's gonna find him. Zujin's gonna come in, and there we go. He's gonna win the peak, as that is Nervy off the board. Meanwhile, Spaceman's gonna find Saiyan, and that's another one. That is your Echo down. Spaceman's actually inside his sight. The IQ is in there, but he doesn't have the diffuser. He's gonna go for the peak. He's gonna get taken out. That is Icon taking down Spaceman. The refrag's in. It's a 3 vs 3. No diffuser inside his sight so far. Less than 45 seconds remain for the side of the attack. Walkover right now. They need to get in. They need to get in with the diffuser, and they need to deal with these defenders. Pre-fires in from the Maverick. He's not gonna put the smoke because he's on the other end of Dirt Tunnel. Icon. He's not gonna take out the shotgun, but it doesn't matter. The SMG will shred through the Maverick. The shotgun to finish. Icon with a double kill as the Echo has been spotted playing by the boxes, and the smoke playing by Dirt. Gypsy's gonna get dropped inside the side. He tried to make a run in, and that is a diffuse drop, meaning that Zujin's the only man remaining. He's got to get 3 kills in a 1v3 in less than 15 seconds. He's going through Dirt. There's got to be the smoke to find him any second now. Zujin's taking his time. He wants to make sure his team has enough time to make sure they know what they did wrong so they can correct it going forward. But the Peacemakers in this round have been absolutely fantastic, and there's the smoke to find the sledge. The Peacemakers are going to take round 5, their first win on Basement Church, and their 3rd defensive round win so far in the first half of this game. We're on round 6 pre-roll swap, and the last round before roll swap for that matter, 3-2 in favor of the Peacemakers. They've taken the lead.
Well, a great usage coming in on the side of Team Peacemakers. We are going to be seeing them defending on second floor gym and bedroom. Knowing the fact that they have successfully defended on both the sides, CCTV room and basement church, we are going to be seeing them defending on second floor gym and bedroom. That is going to be their last site to defend on. After that, we'll be seeing a role swap where Team Peacemakers is going to for attack, as Team Almost Walkovers is going to go on defense. 6th pick coming in on the side of TPM, as we are seeing a Vomai being 6th picked onto the Maestro. Great, I would say a great anchor with a great primary weapon. The Alda is it has a total of 100 bullets in the LMG. So with that, you're going to be seeing them defending on second floor gym with Icon playing as the castle. It's actually a great operator because you have the armor panels. You can be able to block the lines of sight, but it can be easily been taken out with the utilities from the attackers, whether if it's the Sophia's the KSOU Lifeline or the Ashes Breaching Charge, or they have a great amount of soft breaches on the side of Almost Walkover, so taking out the castle's armor panel shouldn't be a problem at all here. The only problem is the roamers who get going in, and that would be Cyan and Nervy, who's been performing also damn well when it comes to roaming wise, especially when they were playing as the Vigil, but since they're playing as since Nervy is playing as the Legion, he can be able to, I would say farm his Legion goo mines and place it at the necessary spots in which the attackers will come for a push. It's actually quite great because it will deny the sprint ability on the side of the attackers, which would be having a lot of difficult for them to deal with. Knowing that they don't have the IQ being played is going to be very difficult for them to spot the Legion goo mines. Spaceman already inside the motor room, and I believe Angry Bot is already inside the motor's catwalk. So with that, They still need to be careful that the wall has been opened. But ooh, Spaceman with already one shot, taking out Nervy. That's quite an important kill because that's one of the stairs being free. But Cyan will be there to retaliate back by taking out Zujin. One of the sledge operators with 2 frag grenades is down, but still you have the Ash charges. She'll be able to use it on her own will, using flashbangs, using another flashbang, but both of them gets denied from Jaeger's ADSs, which would give the attackers a lot of problems. Because Zayn with that gun is quite good when holding in angles. If a little bit of problems been dealing with, it's going to be a lot of problems for them to deal with. This time he has Icon as well as Caveman with the support on the side of Cash Room. So if one of the operator goes down, the trade will be in effect. Ash using his breaching charges, and I believe the Ash charge did get dropped out, but oh, look at that. Angry Bot taking out Cyan and immediately gains control on the Cash Room, but still needs to be careful on the construction side because there are 2 players playing in side to side to play the angle. So if one of them goes down, just like I said, the trade will be up in effect yet again. Castle sees the head, won't be able to connect whatsoever here. They will immediately push in on Cash Room as Ash, Angry Bot, gets 3 kills instead of 2, taking out Caveman as well. That's really great coming in on the side of the Ash, but Heathen will be there with the Alda, taking out Angry Bot. And with that, he is the only operator remaining, and he needs to clutch a 1v3 situation here. He has around 45 seconds to do so. They have the diffuser on their hand, so Gypsy, he can go inside on the side of the gym, so he can be planned out. But still, using his the exothermic charges. But Heathen on the other side gets 2 kills. He's just going to get traded out from the other side. Gypsy himself as almost Walkover will retaliate back as winning round 6 on second floor gym, as we are going to be seeing a role swap.
Round 7 roll swap is in play, and of course that means almost Walkover winning a second floor gym, giving themselves the equalizer. 3-3 is the score line, and it was a good attempt from Heathen right there. The man on the Maestro gave it his all. Unfortunately, peeking the hallway just was not the right choice, and that is what cost him his life. Right now, we're going to be heading back to Basement Church from the side of the defense because we are on roll swap, meaning that almost Walkover are going to be defending, and the side of the Peacemakers are attacking. The Montaigne is in from the Caveman. All right, out of the twist of the Monty. Spaceman in the meanwhile, out of the Vigil into the Valkyrie. Basement Church, of course, as Baba pointed out a few rounds ago, is fairly heavily defender-sided for that matter, and that is exactly why Walkover will, again, going into this this sort of a situation, 3-3, not bad for them in defense, but then again, having won 3 rounds on attack is what could be considered a win for them in the first half of this match, seeing as the map is Clubhouse. Very defender-sided, as we all know, and having 3 wins on attack before going to defense and getting that inherent Clubhouse advantage, very good for the side of Walkover. Zujin taking out 1 drone, that was Heathen's. I don't think we saw Caveman's drone, excuse me. That was right there as well.
5 seconds left.
And Drone Hunt is going to be on for the side of Walkovers while they finish up the
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
the on-site rotations and lines of sight that they need to make. Last minute reinforcements coming out, and oh, Gypsy very late on the dirt tunnel. Reinforcements, mind you, he could have been taken out right there had he not been careful or been any more late to the party. But thankfully he wasn't, which means that we will be seeing him alive for the rest of this game. Right now, for the side of Peacemakers, what matters most is getting the rounds on board. Being on the attack, they are at the disadvantage that we all know comes with this map of Clubhouse. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they go about this particular hold. Well, Walkover, looks like they want to just stay inside the site. It's probably a 5-man defense as we have the oil pit push coming in from the Montaigne, and Sayan's going to find one. That is just Zofia onto Spaceman. No health loss either for the man on the Zofia, as the Montaigne's got a Guman initiative. He's going to be taking that out on the oil pit push. There's a Blackbeard covering him, taking the front as well, as Gypsy is going to be inside of blue. Not quite. He's just behind the reinforcement. The Montaine's got to be careful of the rotate, as the Blackbeard is going to be pre-firing away. He needs to be careful of the door of blue from inside of Arsenal. The peak from the Jaeger could come in any second now, as Zofia's going to be facing the angle. Angler is going to find one that's came out of the board. He's trying to find where the Angry Bot is. That is your Montaigne down, mind you. That's a pretty big one. And there goes Zujin. Oh no, Gypsy! Unfortunate, C4 is going to find Zujin instead. That's a team kill that didn't need to happen. Iking's going to find Gypsy in the meanwhile, as Jinx and Angry Bot are the only ones remaining for the side of the defense. The Blackbeard's going to be claiming the fuser while trying to slash Angry Bot as he's going to push in towards the blue unit and going to pull back. No, there's a blue mine here, but Heathen's actually going to find one. He's going to find two! The Blackbeard inside of blue with a double kill finish is going to claim the life of Angry Bot and the Legion. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Peacemakers making a statement on round 7 attack all in on the push through Oil Pit into blue. And it works out for them because, of course, they've got the other side being pushed as well. Well done to them. They go in the lead 4-3 on round 8. And we're headed back to Basement Church and Arsenal.
Well, that was a series of unfortunate events on the side of, I believe, almost walkovers. That unfortunate C4 kill actually took a heavy toll indeed. Even though our caveman who was playing as Muntani, it didn't quite work out quite well, with a great shot being displayed on the side of Angrybot, who was playing as the Jaeger, who was playing, I believe, from the Arsenal room. In fact, they didn't had enough manpower to hold in on the side of blue room, which eventually caused the loss. So, Basement Church yet again. They will be holding the site if it didn't work out, definitely they're going to be I would say changing their side from Basement Church to CCTV, because if they don't, it's going to be having a lot of problems for almost walkovers to even get back to the game instead. So on the side of the attackers, we still have Caveman playing as the Muntani, but still you have Heathen who's playing as BB. You already did see him on the previous round where he did get 2 important kills on this at the blue room itself. That was quite important kills indeed. With Ikin playing as the IQ, he can be able to use the scanner to not scanners to take out any utilities being placed on the side of the defenders. It even includes Legion goo mines, mutes jammers, and also smokes gas canisters. And also, yes, I almost forgot to tell you that it can even be able to detect Vigil's ERC3 scanners. So it is a really good, I would say, a tool that can be able to counter Vigil at the best spot here. Spaceman playing on the side of construction. He still has Angry Bot with him as well. So it's going to be a 2 of them roaming on the side. But no, instead Angry Bot will be the only guy defending on the side. No, never mind. He still has his partner with him. Spaceman is just waiting for the head. He actually sees the head, but no, loses the fight against the Blackbeard himself as he then cleans the kill as he's going to shift his gun with the rifle. Jaeger will also go down from none other than Nervi, who was playing on the side of the CCTV balcony, in which they will gain the upper hand. And with that, with already 2 manpower gone on the side of almost walkovers, they won't be having any problems with the roam game coming in on the side of almost walkovers, but still they need to be careful on Gypsy because he is playing on the side of the pool table, in which if Mute gets 1 or 2 kills on the side of kitchen, they will be having a great advantage here. It's going to be a matter of minute where Gypsy sees the head, but no, he actually misses the shot. Hibana gets the opportunity, but no, Gypsy will be there to confirm the kill as he's going to take out the head of Nervi. PB playing down at the side of the blue room. He's just waiting for the drone works to come in just to make sure if there is 1 or 2 operators playing in on the side of blue room. Is going to be having a lot of problems to deal with here. Gypsy on his way to the blue room stairs just to make sure if that flank comes in at the right time, he can be able to take out Smoke. With the help of his gas canisters, he can be able to delay the push, but without the help of the deployable shield, it's going to be having a lot of problems to deal with. Second smoke canisters comes in play as Montaigne is already but look at that, the push coming in on the side of Gypsy as he's going to take 3 kills. All it needs for Gypsy was patience, and it did work out in the end. The rush coming in on the side of IQ, and he will immediately shut down Gypsy. A flank was that flank was actually did worked out in the favor of almost walkovers, immediately putting them on the side to 2 versus 2. But will it suffice though? Because the caveman playing as the Monty, he will be having great amount of defense, but what will happen on the side of offense? Yes, smoke grenades being thrown out on the side of Montaigne as he's going to be prepping the diffuser, as Jinx doesn't have any smoke canisters in his possession, but he still has the angle being placed as Zujin will take the life of Caveman, but Ikin will be there to take out Zujin, and now it's a 1v1 situation here. It is Jinx versus Ikin, but with enough amount of time, almost walkovers will win round 8 as they will waste the time of the Peacemakers. Very well placed I would say well played on the side of the Peacemakers, but still in the end, almost walkovers were victorious by wasting a lot of time, and that too with a great flank being showed on the side of Gypsy with the MP5K, and in the end, the score is equalized.
The score is equalized once again on round 9. It's a 4-4 situation. And oh boy, this game, it is ever so exciting as a Spaceman going for the 6-pick out of the Oryx. All right, interestingly, not going to play the Jordanian operator. He's going to be bringing in the Goyo. Okay, Goyo's going to be in from the side of the defenders, while the Montaigne is going to be 6-pick into the Montaigne by Caveman. The 200 IQ mix up, as we always get to see from all of our players at the TEC League.
Attackers need
But
to locate
that being said,
and
we're going to be
defuse as
moving
many
forward
bombs
with
as they
this
can.
match. Round 9 is going to be very exciting. It's going to be fairly exciting from this point onwards because we're slowly headed towards a round 12 situation. If the back and forth between these teams continues all the way until that point, it could still go to a 7-4 from this point onwards, mind you, but towards any team's favor. If Almost Walkover plays their cards right, that's their game. If Peacemaker plays their cards right and doesn't get outplayed by Walkover, then that's their game. So it all depends on how these two teams decide to play these upcoming rounds. And this time I have Bandit in place of, having Mutant and not a Bandit on the second person CDO.
5 seconds to
As
go.
of course that is the defending side of Peacemakers.
Attackers' objective is to locate a
Walkover's
bomb and
decision
defuse
to
it.
not even invest in the Bandit, having the Mutant play extra bit of denial and just that intel and utility denial from the side of Mute. They evaluate a little bit more than the Bandit, especially with, of course, Ivan in play. Meanwhile, Go, he's going to be putting down those Vulcan shields all over the place, using his own shield, holding down the main beach and garage catwalk area on the side of the CC cash register. Meanwhile, Caveman looks like he wants to go into garage nice and quickly. The Vulcan shield has been spotted by Heathen, and there's a defender of them, mind you. That is, of course, Spaceman, the Goyo, the man sitting here behind cover. There are flashes whatnot being caught out by ADSs and my Magnus, but those have been burned out. There's Angbot here to try and cover for him. The push should come in any second now. They're trying to get rid of the Goyo shield, but Spaceman himself, the Goyo himself is here, mind you. Some pre-flash from the Vector, not going to find anybody. He's going to go for it again. The Blackbeard's there to try and find him in return. He's just taking a bit of damage as the Montaigne is slowly pushing up. The C4 comes in. No, that's just a scare. Spaceman's got to play this perfectly right now against some Montaigne and a Blackbeard. They are holding it down. He's going to take so much damage from the MK17 as, oh boy, the Go's got to be very careful how he decides to make this peek happen. He knows where the Montaigne is. He's going to go for it. He's going to get his head taken off. Heathen with the kill onto Spaceman, and that's a pretty big one. That should go you off the board. That's your catwalk, and there we go. That's another one from Heathen. The Blackbeard is on fire today, as Heathen hasn't even lost a single shield, I think. As Caveman's going to be moving in towards the catwalk area. In the meanwhile, the only attacker to have lost any HP has been Heathen, as looks like there's a flank coming in from the Womai Zujin, and Gypsy holding down Royal Pit ladder on towards the stairs. The Goyo shield has been taken out, but the Blackbeard, I don't think he's aware of this. The Womai gets taken out on the main door by the IQ. IQ with a big full kill. The Blackbeard's going to be seen. That's the diffuser drop from Gypsy. Well done to him. Heathen goes on finally after being on a rampage on towards the side of the piece of the Almost Walkover. Excuse me. Jinx, in the meanwhile, on towards holding down the construction push. He's gonna light up the Zofia that's Saiyan inside of construction, but of course the Zofia can do a lot from where he's just sitting. Meanwhile, Caveman is pushing in towards the left stairs area. The man on the Montaigne, as Icon's gonna take down Gypsy. It's all down to the smoke, and he's not gonna do anything as Nerf is gonna get him, and that is Jinx off the board. The Peacemakers are gonna take round 9 on second floor CCTV. And oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this match is once again on a lead, and that is the lead from the side of TPM on the attack. Round 10 is going to be in play. 5-4 is the scoreline, and now the side of Almost Walkover find themselves at a little bit of a difficulty tweak, shall we say, as this match, if they don't win this round, is going to get even more difficult. The onus is on them to get the rounds on board. Are they going to be able to? We'll find out in just a while.
Well, ladies and gents, it is around 10, 4-5 in favor of the Peacemakers. And I mean, we did see them, their attack phase. Heathen with the Blackbeard plays, taking out 3 of those important operators. Gypsy, on the other hand, he actually did quite well, playing from the tunnels of the Blue Room, eventually taking Heathens, I would say shutting Heathens down. But still, in the end, the Peacemakers will emerge victorious with the push coming in on the side of the Peacemakers. And with round 10, if the Peacemakers wins it out, they will reach match point. So for almost walkovers, they really need to be careful of what kind of picks, or I would say pushes, that they've been coming in. The only problem is they did had a lot of problems to deal with on the side of Motorcycle Garage, in which Spaceman was holding with him playing as the Goyo, because he had a lot of problems dealing with the Blackbeard himself, where he was holding an angle from the Motorcycle Garage entrance, and he got when he immediately gets picked off, he even saw the melee hold being made on the side of Angry Bot. Angry Bot tried to contest the PB, but in the end he just got outsmarted from none other than himself. And with that, we are going to be proceeding to action phase, as Mama is going to be throwing both of his magnet systems and also a lot of utilities and anti-denial utilities being placed on the side of Motorcycle Garage. So if there is an operator playing from Motorcycle Garage, he shouldn't have to worry about the flashbangs. I mean, he shouldn't have to worry about flashbangs, but still he still needs to be careful on the frag grenades, or I would say more utilities that what the Peacemakers is going to throw up on. And with that, with the IQ, she can at least be able to take out those utilities thanks to her scanner, as Sophia is going to be using her KSOE Lifeline Impact Grenade to open up the walls of construction. Oh no, this is not going well. It's already an entry point on the side of Peacemakers here. They're going to be taking out one of the Goyo shields, and they have immediate control on construction, with Caveman having the diffuser on his hand. And with that, the calls are going to come in. He's going to be having a lot of problems, as Zujin, Jinx, and Spaceman, all three of them are looking at one specific angle. And with that, Gypsy and Spaceman both teaming together as they're going to take out Nolan and Heathen. I believe Spaceman was playing on the side of Motorcycle Garage, and that both of these operators taken out is going to be having a lot of problem, because Caveman is having with this diffuser on with it, and looks like I can actually get the drop on the team of almost walkovers here, taking out Gypsy. X-Kairos spell is being used, I believe, on the side of the construction, as it's going to be open just to get an angle, but still he still needs to be careful that the smoke is playing at the side of the cash room. One little head coming outside of the deployable shield will cause a lot of problems on the side of Team Peacemakers here, and they still need to be careful. Smoke playing oh so damn well by throwing his smoke canisters as best as they can, as Hibana is going to be using her X-Kairos spellers to make a movement so that they can be able to get in on the side and go for the plant here. Flashbangs being thrown in, but it's going to get caught from the Wamai's name, which will eventually have a little bit of problems, but Monty is already inside the cash room, which is going to give a lot of problems for them to deal with. Goyo, I would say Smoke using his canisters, which would lead Montaigne to back away. A really good use of bullet holes being made on the side of the defenders, in which if one of the operators comes in, is going to be having a lot of problems. It is just a lot of doings and things to come on in, but Spaceman almost saved the head, but no, Cyan is actually greater, as he's going to take out Spaceman, but Angry Bot will be there to shut down Cyan, but still needs to be careful on the Smoke, but Smoke loses the gunfight instead. He doesn't even see the player playing from the stairs, as Sujin will get 2 kills as almost walkover wins round 10 on CCTV, and yet the score is equalized, ladies and gents, and we have zero idea on who's going to win it. Is it going to be almost walkover, or is it going to be the Team Peacemakers? We are going to be finding out at round 11.
Round 11 is in play. 5-5 is the scoreline, and looks like a change of sight is in order from the side of walkover. Nope, not quite. They had the second floor gym area selected initially, but decided against it. They're going to be heading to Basement Church nice and quickly, as right now, this match is heating up quite a bit. Zujin with the 6-pick out of the Wamai into the Legion, of course, with Basement Church. They're not going to be emphasizing on bringing in the Wamai. They have the Jaeger for that. They're going to have the Goyo as well in play with his Vulcan shields.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Just as Baba said, we have no idea who's about to win this match. As Walkover, they would definitely like to put another win on board for themselves. They have not had a good Season 4 at all in Div 3 so far. And having today's win would give them a better chance at the very least staying in the division stages of the league going into Season 5. Again, there's still the third and final week of play to go for Division 3. Of course, we'll be getting to the third week very soon. In fact, it's on Tuesday, but we've got this day of Division 3 to go.
10
That's
seconds
day
to go.
4 of the second week of Division 3, and the last
seconds
day
left
of
in
the
the fourth.
second week, for that matter. As Season 4 has been absolutely fantastic so far. We've
Attackers
seen some
must
great
locate
plays
and
from
defuse
teams,
the
but we've
bomb.
still got a lot more to go before we can call Season 4 completed. Right now, on round 11, Walkover and Peacemakers. Peacemakers fighting to get the promotion spot secured for themselves. Walkover fighting to
feed up
stay
and running.
in
Attackers have dropped the
the
bomb
division
diffuser.
itself.
Attackers
We got the Valkyrie in
recovered
play
bomb
from Spaceman
diffuser.
this time. Looks like Walkover did in fact hear me. I mean, I hope they did hear me through like a link or I don't know, whatever. It's probably just a coincidence, of course, because I do hope they're not watching the stream right now. That would be problematic.
I mean, I believe they read your mind, Jack.
Well, you know, you never know how the world works in weird ways, shall we say?
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's the people called the mentalist.
yes, absolutely. With that being said, of course, round 11 is going to be interesting. As I was saying, the Valkyrie pick is actually a good pick when it comes to Basement Church, because that's a lot of intel,
Attackers
and
recover
intel
the
is
diffuser.
key when it comes to defending for the side of Walkover right now, seeing as sometimes they made those odd peaks that feel like they did not have, enough intel to know where the attacker was to make that peak safely. Breach charge is coming off from Icon. The IQ gonna be holding down with the vertical angles as Saiyan is gonna be going for the breach down towards the kitchen aspect. There's a impact trick. No, there is an impact trick. Icon, that's a camera. All right, he's still gonna get it. But the Skyrus pellets from Hibana are gonna be found instead. That was from the impact trick. I think that's a Legion, and that's a C4 double. Oh, Spaceman! He's gonna find Heathen and Saiyan. The double heart breach combo with the C4 from the Valkyrie is gonna deny one hatch entirely, as right now it's all down to Maverick to get a hard breach done for his team. Gypsy underneath the hatch in Moto. He could go for a kill. He's gonna see the Maverick's body not quite go for the shots right now. He's trying to see where this operator is. He's trying to find him, as the Maverick's gonna be in a spot of bother. He hears the C4 rip. He's gonna back away instead. Gypsy's playing this to perfection, as there's less than a minute remaining for the side of the attack, but no Nervous here to find Gypsy instead. That is a big kill. That is your Goyo off the board, while the Maverick can now safely go for the hatch breach. There we go. It's done. He's used up a lot of fuel, mind you, as he's going to be going for the drone onto the Moto hatch. He's the man with the diffuser, of course, Caveman. As right now, the Valkyrie being spotted inside his sight. And oh boy, that double C4 is definitely going to hurt the side of the attackers, but Nervous here with the double kill of his own to find Zujin. He's got Gypsy and Zujin. He's on a double kill spree right now. And that is going to equalize the man count nice and quickly, but there's less than 20 seconds remaining for the side of the Peacemakers, to get this play on board. Walkover, they definitely hurt the attackers initially, but they've got to keep it up as the push from the mod hatch is in, and some damage was done by Angrybot, mind you, and there we go. Icon's going to find Angrybot instead. The IQ's in, as Icon's going to be going for this any second now. He's going to find one more, but he's going to team kill instead. The Caveman goes down, and there goes the IQ to Jinx, as a Spaceman. The Valkyrie did find another kill with the MPX, I believe. And oh boy, ladies and gents, you hate to see a team kill of that kind, especially this late in the game. Oh dear me, Icon, the man almost had it, but instead he chose to take out his own teammate. Oh dear me. Gypsy looks like he's at a bit of a disconnect. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but looks like we're going to be going into rehost nice and quickly on towards this match. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with the game, as it was match point that we just saw being hit. We'll be right back in this 6-5 situation for the side of Walkover. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah. Going through my head like a jet plane, going with the lights on. Turns out it started with a fight tonight.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Almost Walkover and the Peacemakers. We are here on the match point for the side of Almost Walkover. It has been a long struggle for them, but they have finally achieved a match point right here on the map of Clubhouse. It is a 6-5 going into round 12, and oh boy, this is going to be a very exciting round indeed. Gym Bedroom is going to be the side of choice from the side of the defending team right now. Walkover, they stand 1 round away from winning, while the side of the Peacemakers stand 1 round away from, from equalizing and going to overtime, which would, of course, be a much better situation than they are in right now. The round of ones, as I like to call it, is in play. And Baba, how do you feel this round's about to go down?
Well, Jack, just like you would always
Attackers
like to
need to
say
locate
it, let's
and
get ready
defuse
to rumble.
bombs.
I'm just hoping you would say the opportunity yet again on round 13. So, I mean, I'm just kind of, speechless on what's going to happen. We did see Almost Walkover winning 2 rounds. 9th round, I believe, yes, it was 10th round on CCTV and 11th round on Basement Church, in which the Peacemakers did a lot of mistakes, and that too taking out 2 birds in 1 stone, as I would like to call it, with the C4 being used from none other than Spaceman himself to take out 2 of the hard breachers, Hibana and Thermite, which did give them a higher advantageous opportunity
seconds to
because
go.
they didn't had control over on the kitchen, so they had to open up the floor
5 seconds to
of
insertion.
the hatch of the bar, but in the end it didn't quite work out, and with that Almost
Attackers are moving
Walkover
out to
on
locate a
match
bomb and
point.
defuse it.
We're going to be seeing this in the action phase of round 12, second floor gym. We've seen them multiple round of times where the attackers has a higher chances of winning on this side. So for team Almost Walkovers, winning this side is going to be a miracle for them if they held out the fight against the Peacemakers. If they decide to go on being a highly aggressive. So if the highly aggression does work out, good for them. If it doesn't, if passive strategy is working out in the favor of Almost Walkovers, is going to be working out quite well. So I believe that was Cyan already inside the Moto catwalk, as he is already going inside the CCTV window. He's just going to hold the angle instead, as we see Maverick and the Thermite on the jacuzzi room, as they are just going to turn it off, find exactly if they have any utilities being used, and one of the utilities is going to get taken out from none other than the Maverick Snade himself. He is going to use his exothermic charge to open up the walls of the jacuzzi, as Iken is holding the angle from the window of a gym. Yeah, getting control of the CCTV will give them the higher opportunities to hold the angle onto, especially Iken. He can be able to hold both construction as well as the gym, but still needs to be careful on the run out on the side of Almost Walkovers here. Nervi, Hibana, both of them on the side of CCTV. Still needs to be careful that there is Angry Bird playing on the side of the cash room. And really needs to be careful on it. Immediately tags Jaeger, and he is down for the count, but still alive. He can still be able to be
Bomb
picked
located
up.
by
But
attackers.
Vama who is playing as Zujian, still needs to be careful, but he has his backup partner, none other than Goyo himself. Goes to the fight yet again, as Iken will confirm the kill, as he's going to take out Gypsy. But oh, look at that, Nervi with the knife. He's going to be taking out Angry Bird here. But Iken is also low on HP, but Spaceman on the other hand is going to take care of Nervi. Going to throw the C4, won't be able to confirm the kill on IQ because she is down, but she will be picked up nonetheless here. On this, Peacemakers still have the higher opportunities, as they have taken out both of the defenders on the side of Almost Walkovers, and they have around 40 seconds to make this play happen here. He's then going to be using his second exothermic charges on the construction wall, so he's going to repel from the top side. There we go. He's going to use his exothermic charge activation, as he's going to be blowing up the walls of the construction here. But it still needs to be careful here, because they only have 25 seconds left, and they don't have the site in control just yet. Losing playing on the side of the stairs, but oh no, smoke is going to go down from none other than Cyan, as he has control on the side of side. And look at that, Sushin with the flank. He's going to be taken off one of them, but no, it's not going to work out, as the Peacemakers is going to make it happen, as they will win on the side of second floor gym, as we are going to be seeing it. Jack, do whatever you have to say right now.
Well. 6-6 is the scoreline. Round 13 is in play, and I believe everybody knows what I'm about to say next. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Overtime is in play today. We're going to be heading to Basement Church and Arsenal nice and quickly from the side of the defense. And the defense is still going to be almost walkover, seeing as they went into overtime on the defense. Unfortunately, second for Jim, not quite working out for them, as right now they've got to go back to Basement Church, give themselves the match point, which was taken from them by TPM. But then they need to win one more round after that. It's either going to be an 8-6 in either team's favor, or I mean, there's no differential here to be had. There's no draws, shall we say,
Attackers need to
because
locate and
it's an
defuse
8-6
as
or an
many bombs as
8-7.
they can.
Either team is going to win. There only can be one winner in a competitive game of Rainbow Six Siege. As right now, this is going to be setting up inside of Basement Church. The standard stuff, reinforcements towards the main church wall. The hatch is being taken up. Spaceman on the Valkyrie once again. The man did absolutely fantastic on the Valkyrie back in round 11, getting that double C4 with the heart breach combo. And he's going to be looking to repeat that this time around as well. Will he be able to? It remains to be seen. Rotations being made by Jinx, of course, using with good efficient use of the M590 on the smoke. As Gypsy's going to finish up the stockroom hatch in the meanwhile action phase has begun. As the Peacemakers, they'll be doing what an attacking team does. They'll be getting themselves set up. They'll be going for the roam clear, getting their angles in place, gathering intel and denying utility while trying to make the push happen at the same time. It's a lot of work for both teams, mind you, as the defenders, of course, they have the prep phase to set up for the Peacemakers, the attackers that is. They need to optimize their time in the meanwhile. Looks like it's going to be the side of the Ash pushing in towards the garage area. Meanwhile, there's a push towards the bathroom hallway from the Nomad herself, that is Sane. As apparently some of these people are facing a little bit of server lag, as it goes. So a standard day of Rainbow Six, there can't be a game without just a little bit of server issues. The push is in, the roam clear is happening as Nervy is going to be holding down the side of Garage and All Pit. In the meanwhile, Gypsy, on the other hand, is going to be pushing up towards the main stairs area, mind you. Jaeger's holding blue. The drone's going to see where this goo mine is, and is going to see Jaeger. There we go. He's seen it. The drone will be taken out. That's Nervy's drone, mind you. As we have Spaceman on the on the Valkyrie holding down just below the kitchen hatch. Alright, the Gilman goes out once again. That one's from Zuzin to hold down the blue door in towards Arsenal. There's a minute and 30 remaining for the side of the attackers. As the Peacemakers, of course, they want to make sure that they get all the kills on board for themselves. The hatch is being used by the Hibana. That is the kitchen hatch, I believe. That's a C4 that just blew up somewhere, but unfortunately, Spaceman won't be claiming anybody today. He's going to fall back instead as the kitchen breach is going to be denied, but Nervy's going to find Spaceman. In the meanwhile, as a double emphasis on breaching the kitchen hatch is going to come out from the side of the defense. He is being burned by the ashes. He's trying to push him through as the Moto hatch. Heathen's rushing down the main stairs right now. Looks like the attackers, TPM, want to get in this side, and they want to get in now. But will they be able to? The church wall is going to be breached by the Thermite in the meanwhile, as the Eagles trying to find whoever's inside of Moto, but no one's there at the time being. There we go, the hallway breach is done. Hastan's gonna find one more. No, that's actually Heathen to find Gypsy, and that's gonna put the side of Walkover at a disadvantage. It's a 5 versus 3 right now. TPM look poised to take this, but they're gonna need to cut through 3 more defenders. He is coming for the peak, and there we go. That's the kill. On to Nervy confirmed, as it's now 3 versus 4. Saiyans low on HP himself. He's gotta be careful as the main stairs push is coming in. Zujin with the peak, but the drone spotted exactly where the Legion's playing, forcing him to pull back for the time being. As the Nomad with the defuse is already inside the side, Zujin can find Icon. In the meanwhile, as there goes the Hibana, the plants coming in from Thermite. That is Heathen right behind cover. There's Caveman on the main stairs hallway, holding down the flank. There we go. The plant's off as now the push is in. Angry Buddy's trying to find where these attackers are, but he's not going to. There's a shield stopping him from the Thermite. No, it's not. He's gonna see him. He's gonna get him. Zuzu's found Caveman in the meanwhile, and Jinx with the gas canister. It's all down to the last man standing. The Nomad's gonna go down inside his sight. And ladies and gentlemen, the match point will go back to the side of the defenders. Walkover are gonna counter defuse off the back of Jinx. The smoke playing oh so well with the canister toss, denying the post plant for the attackers. The Peacemakers go down. They're not quite out yet though. It is a 7-6 in favor of Walkover, as the Peacemakers are going to be defending on round 14.
Well, things are taking this up on the next level here, gents. Overtime match point on the side of team almost walkovers. Yeah, they've been performing also damn well on the side of defense. A nice amount of utility usage used from both of the teams, but in the end, almost walkovers emerge victorious here. Last, I would say. 14th round, it's going to be CCTV room, where team almost walk over is on attack, as the peacemakers is going to be defending on the side of CCTV room. We did see them performing also damn well on the side of CCTV. We did had a little bit of ups and downs, a little bit of mistakes being made from the defenders, but still they have successfully defended the side of CCTV. So it's going to be a very difficult to determine what's going to
Defenders,
happen
protect
next,
your bombs
because
from being
we've
defused
seen
by
them
attackers.
we've seen both of these teams go head to head against each other. I mean, it's always like, if I mean, 1 point goes to, if 1 point goes to almost walkovers, 1 point gets to the peacemakers, and like it goes on and on and on and on. And with that, with overtime match point, we still have one more last point to go. If peacemaker wins this out on the side of defense, so it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen next. And if you see the operators picks, we have Zujin playing as the Nomad. Nomad is quite important when it comes
10
to
seconds
blocking the
insertion.
flank rotations, and also I would say the spawn picks
5
coming in,
seconds
because
left.
I still remember there used to be a Valk on the side of peacemakers being used,
Attackers'
being
objective is to
utilized
locate a bomb
as
and
they, I would say, going for a run out on the side of the strip club entrance. It actually did work out on 1 or 2 matches, 1 or 2 points. But since we are not going to be seeing a Valk in play, but instead we'll be seeing a heavy anchor, the Maestro, and the Mute, in which not only they're going to be able to deny the Mute Gems being, deny the drone works being coming in on the side of the attackers, but also Maestro can be used his evil eye to get not only great amount of intels, but also you can actually deny the diffuser being planted from the attacker side. Maverick using his breaching torches to open up, just to make sure if there is any bandit charges being placed, and it's going to get taken out, as Gypsy is going to activate his exothermic charges as the CCTV wall is opened here. Spaceman already getting inside the gym, as he's going to make sure that if any rumors presence is not present on the side of construction, which would give them a lot of opportunities to push on to. I mean, basically what almost walkovers is doing is that they are basically boxing them in, just to make sure if one of the operator goes out, the trade will be up in effect here. Gypsy, Spaceman, Zujin, all three of those operators on the side of the bedroom, as the CCTV wall is open, but still they need to be careful on both the sides. One of the flashbangs being thrown on the side of Angry Bot, he will immediately confirm that there isn't any utility denying abilities being used there, not even Vamai's gadget, or I would say the Jaeger's ADS is being used here, but still they have a huge amount of manpower being placed at the sites. You have Heathen playing as the Maestro, the Bandit, as well as one of the operators playing from the stairs. So the attackers really need to be careful when they are going to be pushing, especially with Jaeger playing at the blue stairs. Sees the head of the Zofia. He will eventually takes a lot of damage, but still needs to be careful because Jaeger is already pushing in. Just needs to be careful at the right time. So it's just a lot of waiting for the defenders, as another exothermic charge being used, I believe, at the side of construction. Angry Bot getting the first kill on taking out Aikin, as Jaeger will be there to take out Zofia from the stockroom. A man count is equalized, but Cyan is oh so low on HP, and for the attackers they only have 40 seconds left to do so. Another flashbang being thrown, and look at that, no man pushing in on the side of the cash room, as he's going to take the head of one of the operators. But Novi, on the other hand, gets 2 kills and takes out 2 of the players on the side of our Gypsy and Jinx. The only 2 operators remaining, as one of the C4s is going to get blown out here. One of the C4s going out, but still they don't have any C4s left, so Thermite is free to plant here. Jinx, on the other hand, taking out Novi. Very important who was coming in. Both of the pushes coming in, as Jinx is going to take out both of those players on the side of CCTV. And there you have it, gents. Almost walkovers winning it in style, as they will win 8-6. And my goodness, was that a finale.
That was indeed quite the finale, and what a way to finish for the Maverick, finding the defenders lining up. That was a huge mistake from the Peacemakers, but unfortunately, it's not the only mistake they made today. They tried their hardest, but Walkover will put another win on board for themselves on the Division 3 leaderboard. With that being said, we're going to be ending this stream right here. We'll be back with a couple more games later on tonight, hopefully, as those two games will be very exciting indeed. But with that being said, that's going to be it from myself, Blackjack, my co-host, Baba Gusta, and our host, Mr. Reborn, as we'll be back in the evening. See you then!
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth.